first graders. I'm back for another Find It Out Friday. I brought my models with me again, so you can bet we're going to be talking about the sun, the earth, and the moon again. We talked last week about how the light from the sun gives us day and night. Today we're going to talk about some of the other things the sun does for us. Real quick, to review what we talked about last week, the earth travels around the sun. Well, this week, since I have some friends here to help me, Tess is going to be my sun. Say hi to your friends, Tess.
Hi.
All right, so we talked about how the earth travels around the sun, but while it's traveling, it's also spinning. Let me show you what that looks like. So if Tess is the sun, the earth is spinning as it travels around her. You see, the sun is at the center of what we call the solar system. Really all the solar system is the sun and the 9 planets. If you look closely at this picture, you can see Earth is the 3rd planet from the sun. Now, instead of my kid being the sun, my kid's gonna hold the sun. So we know the earth is traveling around the sun, and we also found out the moon is traveling around the earth. So we have this whole thing going on here. And we talked about which way you're facing gives you day and night, but it turns out it also gives you heat. You see, you've been talking a lot about solids, liquids, and gases. In the earth and the moon are both solids, but the sun is a gas. You see, we've talked about how solids are the coldest state of matter and gases are the hottest state of matter. Well, the sun is so hot that it's basically a giant flaming ball of gas. So as the moon comes near it when it goes around the earth, the side facing the sun is hot enough to be boiling. The other side, away from the sun where the heat doesn't reach it, is below freezing. You see, all of the planets in our solar system are traveling in these big circles around the sun. And some of them are really close to the sun. So that very first one from the sun, you can imagine it's a really hot planet. And the one that's farthest away is actually really, really cold. Now that we understand that the sun's giving off all this heat, maybe I can help you understand why we have seasons here on Earth. You see, there's sort of 2 halves to the Earth. We'll call them the black half and the orange half. And instead of sitting even where there's black on top, orange on bottom, the Earth kind of sits at an angle. So you see on this angle, if it's like this, the orange half is closer to the sun than the black half. That means the orange half is in the summer seasons and the black half is in the fall or winter seasons. And as it spins, the black half stays away from the sun, still getting day and night, and we go around. Well, as it comes farther this way, you can see that by the time it gets to this side, the black half has reached closer to the sun. We're still spinning day and night, but the black portion is going to be in the summer while the orange is in the winters. The farther we come around, orange comes back to being pointed at the sun. There we go for our summers again. The closer you are to the sun, the hotter it is in your season. Thanks for having me back, first graders. I think it's pretty neat that we got a chance to talk about solids, liquids, and gases, and the sun, the earth, and the moon. We found out today that the sun is a pretty important ball of gas, isn't it? It's given us heat and light. Well, I hope to see you back soon. Have a great weekend, first graders. Goodbye.